My name is Dane, and I'm a visual designer at Google. For an entry-level resume, it can be really interesting. You don't have a ton of UX experience once you're entering this UX job. The cool thing to remember is that for UX design, they want to see what separates you from others, what makes you different and what makes you unique. There's always a way to take whatever experience you have and focus on larger scale strengths. So it's important to remember that everything you do is still important. Any design background that you have, whether it be working on small projects for teachers or working on a commission or any freelance work while you're in high school, it's really okay to add that to your resume. One of my first resumes I had that I worked on all of the theater programs from high school. It wasn't a job, but it was design experience that I had and really wanted to feature. Even if it's not focused on specifically UX design, find ways to pinpoint the leadership opportunities that you've had. Did you have to focus on critical thinking in your job? Did you have to figure out how to work under pressure or work very well with a team? Or were you managing or leading a group of people within the company? All of that matters, as well as the tenure. How long were you staying there? For one of my early level resumes, I had a retail job on there that really doesn't apply to UX design at all. But what I loved most about it was the tenure. So I worked there for about 6 years. I did have a ton of experience that was built there. So instead of saying that I just worked in retail, I focused on more leadership opportunities. I want employers to know who I am as a person through this one pager. So when it comes to making your resume stand out, you want to really focus on the design of it. So of course, there are a ton of resume templates out there that you can use to fill in your content. And I highly recommend starting with one of those, but find a way to tweak it and make it feel like you. You want to develop your brand in a way that when an employer sees it, they say, whoa, this is this is different from all of the other pages that we've got. When it comes to prepping your portfolio, you want to make sure your resume is up to date, it matches your portfolio. So what I do is I check a bunch of different design inspiration websites to see what the latest trends are, what the latest styles are, and what is the latest software that people are using and experimenting with. And you might start to see now that things are becoming more 3D with more depth, and there's different software to accommodate for that kind of design styling. So if you're able to hop onto that trend and be able to add that software to your resume, that'll automatically separate yours from others. UX design is such a valuable role within every single company, and whichever company you end up at, you're going to have a huge impact as a UX designer.
Congratulations on finishing this course from the Google UX Design Certificate. You can access the full experience, including job search help, and start to earn your certificate by clicking on the icon or the link in the description below. Watch the next video in the course by clicking here, and subscribe to our channel for more from upcoming Google career certificates.